What's cracking, cousin? It's your favorite cousin, Can here at the Lighthouse. This is the Divine Feminine headquarters. And yes, this is your favorite cousin, Can from the YouTube channel, Can Be The Light. I know many of you are like, Can, where you been? What's been going on? Well, I took 3 years off from work to work on myself. So no relationship, no job, no business, no nothing. Just strictly working on myself. And I have been guided to come back and help a powerful community of women that are deciding to do the same thing. No longer working hard, releasing all toxicity from your life, and connecting to your true divine feminine identity. I will be here every week, every Monday, with spiritual guidance for you ladies. I'm so excited to work with you, and congratulations to the new you. Hey cousin, what's cracking? It's your favorite cousin Can here at the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center. Okay, so we are going to be talking about spiritual isolation because I know that there are many of you women out there that are going through spiritual isolation right now, and men too. You know, I know men are listening too, but I just want you to know that it is okay for you to rest. Okay, that's the first thing that I'm being guided to tell you, because if you have worked for many years, like your favorite cousin Can, I did the same thing. I think we all have, okay? Most of us have been working since we were teenagers, but I am here to let you know that ladies, especially for the ladies, that lifestyle is over. It's over. And if you are a workaholic and you're used to working all the time and, you know, doing whatever it is that you have to do to take care of yourself, this is a whole new world for you, all right? It's a very new situation and it's hard. I know that a lot of people may hear rest and think that that's easy, but if you're the type of woman that is used to working all the time, and not only are you used to working all the time, but you're used to watching your mother work a lot. You're, coming from women that work and they are proud workers and they're good, hard-working women and taking care of the household and holding everything down. And that passed down to you from generations of women that have worked hard. It is going to be very difficult for you to break that cycle. And I'm telling you this from experience because I'm living this right now. And my daughter is watching me. So I'm telling you, it's hard. It is hard to learn how to rest. And I know that this is the reason why Spirit is guiding us to go home. Sometimes these jobs and businesses and things like that, they can just fall apart. Things will just start falling apart. Even your health, you may have health issues. You may start having headaches. You may start feeling like you just are not motivated. Inside, you just don't feel motivated. That is spirit. So if you try to push yourself, if you're trying to say, I need to get up and go, I got to go to work, and you're still trying to live that lifestyle, you're going to hurt yourself, okay? And I don't want you to hurt yourself. I really don't. And I know this is the reason why Spirit is guiding me to come on and share this message, because ladies, you don't want to hurt yourself. You want to stay in the game, and I want to help you to stay in the game, and that's the reason why I'm here as a guide. I'm here to let you know that pushing yourself is not going to work. And even for men that are listening, it's not going to work for us anymore. Humanity has to understand that there is a time to work and there is a time to rest. So if you've been working for years, like I said, and you don't have, I want to say, just as much time off than you do working, then you have overworked yourself, all right? And there is an imbalance. And so Spirit, the universe, will always create balance. So if you have worked for many years, but you haven't had many years of rest, then it is time for you to start resting. And I know what you're saying. You're like, no, I can't afford to rest. Like, how can I take off for a year? Or how can I take off for a month? Or how can I take off for 2 years or 3 years? I'm telling you, it's very possible. It is very possible. But I'm going to tell you that you're not going to be able to do it on your own. If you have been the one leading your life all this time, if you have been made to believe that you are in control of your life and everything that happens in your life, I'm here to tell you that that's a half truth, okay? Partially so, partially no. No, it's time for us to really see who wears the big draws, all right? That's what we are learning. Who wears the big draws? And I know that sounds crazy, but it's the truth. We feel like, we make things happen in our life. We pat ourselves on the back. We give ourselves all of this acknowledgement for the things that we do, but we say with our mouth that it's all God, it's all spirit, it couldn't have been done without God, and da-da-da-da-da. But those are just words, because energetically, we believe that it was us. And I'm just telling you the truth. That is what it is. Humans have always felt like they have the upper hand, or they have a higher awareness, or they know what's best over our Creator. That's just what it is. And it's not different right now. It's the same thing happening right now that was happening thousands and thousands of years ago in the beginning in the garden, okay? Humans decided that they wanted to do everything. They wanted to know everything. They wanted to do whatever they wanted to do. And Spirit whole time was telling them, nah, y'all just need to chill, I'm putting y'all in this garden called Earth. All you got to do is just, do your little 1-2, wake up in the morning, pick your fruit, pick your veggies, and just live and just be and create freely. But we decided that we didn't want that lifestyle, because we want to do it our way. So that is human nature for us to be like that. But I'm telling you, as sure as my name is Can, baby, that time is over. It's over. And we see how Spirit is moving. Now is not the time to play. It's not the time to play. And that's the reason why I'm here to warn you that if you push yourself, then Spirit is going to have an issue with you. All right? Now, this ain't something that they're going to preach about, but I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. Spirit is not going to play with you. It's what it is. All right? Not at this time, because humanity as a whole has operated a certain way for a long time. I'm talking about thousand years before we even came to be. All right. So we have operated a certain type of way for a very long time, but that time is over. And I will say, Spirit's been very patient, very, very patient, allowing us to do whatever we want to do, make our plans and pray that everything works out and all this other type of stuff. Listen, it's over. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. And if you try to push it, you might get pushed over. And I love you, and I don't want you to go out like that. I don't want you to go out like that. I want you to keep your mind intact. I want you to be sane. I want you to be happy. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be at peace. But I'm here to let you know that if you try to keep going and you're not picking up these clues that Spirit is laying down for you to stop pushing yourself and allow things to work out for you, then it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard for you. And it's time for you to rest. And like I said, if you're used to working all the time, then rest sometimes can feel like it's a punishment, like you're being put in time out, because everybody else is living their life and everybody else is doing this and everybody else is doing that. And you want to be out there doing what everybody else is doing. But I'm here to let you know that you are not like everybody else. There are certain people that were created to do certain things, and you will do that. You will do it. Now, I know that we have this so-called free will, all right? And that's why I'm quoting free will, because you can choose to do whatever you want to do. But if you have a divine purpose, which I know you do, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, you have a great purpose for being on this planet. I'm telling you right now, you do. And that purpose will be fulfilled. It will be fulfilled. Now, if you decide that you want to do whatever you want to do, the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to stress yourself out. You're going to get tired. And eventually, I'm going to tell you what happens. This is what happens all the time. This is what happened in history to all of the greats. It just keeps happening all the time. If you have a great purpose in life, which, like I said, if you're listening to me, you do. Not everybody does, but if you're listening to me, you do. You will fulfill that purpose or you will be removed from this planet, because there's no reason for you to be here if you're not doing what it is that you came here to do. So when we see people that leave this planet and we say, oh, they left too soon, they were supposed to be here longer. No, they were supposed to be here for as long as they were supposed to be here. All right. Some of them forfeit the mission. Not all of them, but some of them did. They came down here, they got distracted, started partying, having a good time, just like being on a business trip. Okay. Your company pays for you to go to Florida or some beautiful place, Jamaica, and you working, right? You're supposed to be working. But you go there and you start partying and having a good time. You forget that you're on business. And that's what happens to a lot of people who are elected. All right. I'm not going to say chosen. I'm going to call you the elect because that's who you are. You are selected. You were created to do something. And if you're deciding not to get in alignment with spirit so that you can do what it is that you were created to do, then you don't need to be here. So it's very important for you to listen to what I'm saying. Slow down, take your time, and allow spirit to guide you. And whatever it is that you're being guided to do, it will be wise to do it. Whatever it is that you are being guided to stop doing, it would be wise to stop those things. All right? And I'm talking to myself too. I'm not out of the loop. Okay? I have to deal with this in my own life because we all have this human experience, this lower level energy that always just wants to do whatever it wants to do. It's like a little wild child. We all have that energy. But when we connect to spirit, then spirit will give us the ability to be able to tame that wild child that is within us. We cannot do that on our own. We can try to do it on our own. You can try meditation. You can try walking in the park. You can try disciplining yourself. You can try fasting, all that type of stuff. You can do all that stuff if you want to. But until spirit gives you the ability to do it, you will not be able to do it consistently. That's the reason why people start things and they don't complete them. They say, I'm going to lose weight, but they never lose the weight because they're trying to do it on their own. It's not until you get in alignment with spirit, you start doing the things that you know you're guided to do, you connect to the source, and then source will give you the ability to do something that you're trying to do for 10 years, and spirit can do it in 10 days. It don't take long. It don't take long. And I'm speaking from experience. All right. I had my daughter in 2006. And I was holding on to weight from her, for years. And I tried to lose the weight. I was comfortable with the weight. So I didn't really feel like, I was bad looking or nothing like that. I was still fine. But I knew I needed to lose the weight. I knew it. I just knew I needed to lose it. So I tried to go to the gym and I tried to eat right and I tried and then I stopped and then I tried and then I stopped and then I never really took it seriously. It never was really like, something that I could overcome. I couldn't overcome it. But it was not until I moved from where I was at, Kansas City, Missouri, relocated down here to Atlanta, Georgia. That was the first thing I did. Well, not the first thing. That was one of the things I did. Once I moved down here, then I was able to disconnect from everybody, family, friends, everybody. And I was able to focus solely on myself. And I was able to hear more clearly from spirit once I stopped working. So all of you that know that I was recording, doing YouTube videos and doing all that for years and years and years, I stopped recording for many years, probably like 3 or 4 years. But that was because I was being guided to work on myself. Now, at first, that was difficult for me because I was so used to recording, making my own money, taking care of my own self, paying my own bills. Not to mention, we just moved to this new state, bought a house, bought cars, did all this type of stuff. And then I was guided to stop working. So on one side, I was thinking like, okay, I'm going to do this. But on the other hand, I'm like, how are these bills going to get paid? Like, how am I going to take care of myself if I stop doing all these things? But it was just something in me. Like, you have an inner knowing that knows that it's just best for you to just don't fight. Okay, just don't fight. Okay. And I just felt the inside, like I just was not going to fight. And then I lost the desire to do what it is that I was doing. So that's the reason why I'm telling you that you can keep trying to do what you're doing, but eventually what will happen is Spirit will just take the desire away from you, and you won't even want to do the thing that you're doing for money or the thing that you've always done. And you may try to push yourself, or you may try to say, well, but if I had a job, I would keep up doing this. And if I had to do this, then I would keep doing that, and you will start trying to tell yourself that you should keep going. But I'm here to let you know that if you ever start feeling like you just don't want to do something, pay attention to how you feel. Be honest and be real with yourself about how you feel, and allow yourself the space to rest. And everybody's going to look at you like you done lost your mind, especially if you have like a position like I did, where people all over the world were looking for me every week to upload videos. So then to just not come on for years, then a lot of people was looking at me sideways, and a lot of people still do. But like I said, those who rock with me, they rock with me, and those who don't, they don't. If people don't understand that I'm going to take care of myself first before I take care of anybody else, then they ain't my cousins anyway. So I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with that. So y'all see I'm here starting all over again. I'm not worried about no views. I'm not worried about no followers. I'm not worried about none of this because I already know how this goes. Okay? I've been on this road before. I have given up many things in my life. This is not my first time. So anytime I know that I'm being guided to give up something, it's just a sidebar. Anytime you give up something, you're going to get it back. And you're going to get it back greater than you ever had it before. If you think that you're making money now, if you think that what you're doing is great right now, I'm telling you, once you follow Spirit and whatever Spirit is guiding you to do, you develop yourself, and you get to the point to where, you're ready to receive again, you're going to get it all back 10 times. All right. And you're not even going to have to work hard for it. I can remember when I stopped working, I turned my 2-week notice in. Y'all know this story I already told y'all. I turned my 2 weeks notice in, but I didn't have another job lined up. I just knew I was being guided to set a date. Because I know me, being a Capricorn and I am, I'll keep doing whatever I'm doing as long as I'm doing it. But Spirit guided me to just pick a date so I can stop. And so I picked March the 25th. I turned in my 2 weeks notice. I didn't have another job set up or nothing, but I was doing YouTube videos after I got off from work. But them YouTube videos wasn't doing nothing. All right. I was just learning and just, connecting with people because I just felt like I wanted to, I just liked it. So I just kept doing it. It wasn't until I completely left the job. It wasn't like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's like, no, you got to completely let it go and don't turn around and look back. You keep going. It was not until I did that I started making money from YouTube. And I started making money from personal sessions. And then other things started to open up for me. And the money that I was making on a job, those couple $1,000s I was making on a job, I was making that weekly. It was just crazy. And it was not hard for me. It was easy for me to do. It was so easy for me to do. So I made a decision that I was going to stop doing everything, and I was just going to solely focus on my channel, solely focus on what I was doing. But that was a big jump for me because I always worked on a job. I always had a job. I didn't know what it was like to not have a corporate job and not have benefits and not have dental and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you used to having that and you're used to taking care of your children a certain type of way, then to not have that anymore, that was scary for me. But I took the leap. And when I took the leap, that everything blew up for me. And I'm telling you, it happens so fast. Spirit moves fast. Spirit don't need a lot of time. So if you're being guided to stop doing something, it's because you need to switch gears. There needs to be a shift that's happening. And if you keep doing what you're doing, then the abundance that you're supposed to receive, and not only the abundance, but the development that you need, it's not going to take place as long as you're on the path that you're on. So when we are guided to make a turn or to do something drastic to change the course in the direction of our life, it's because there's, number one, some development that needs to take place. And number two, there's something greater for you, but you don't see that and you don't know that. All you know is that something needs to change. You just don't know what it is. Do the last thing you know you were guided to do. Just do that and do it slowly. It doesn't have to be like you just wake up one day and you're all reinvented. No, it takes time, but you do it slowly. Every single thing you know that you're being guided to do, you do it slowly. Okay? And this is what I know about spirit. And I had to learn this over these last 3-4 years that I've been here in Georgia. Spirit has really been able to implant it in my mind how much rest is so important to spirit for us. This is what spirit wants for us. The system, this world system, wants us to work, stay busy. But that's not what our Creator wants for us, because we're not even designed to be that way. That's the reason why a lot of people are getting sick. A lot of people are, they're breaking down. Their bodies are breaking down because we're not meant to work like that. Even though, yes, we are created to work. You're going to work, but you don't have to work so hard. You don't have to work so hard. And for a long time, even now, I still have these little, bouts with spirit where I'm going kind of like, what am I supposed to be doing? And it's like, work on yourself. Work on yourself. And I'm like, that's it? Like, that's it. All I need to do is work on myself. And I hear it all the time, like, that is enough. That is enough. Because the better you become for other people, and your energy changes the world. So we're moving out of this 3D way of doing things all the time, physically with our hands moving around, doing things all the time in the 3D. And we're moving to a higher dimension where you don't have to necessarily do everything with your hands and with your mind. You do it with your energy and your life force energy. You see what I'm saying? So when you work on your energy and you're working on becoming a better person, that changes the world because we're all connected. So when spirit guides us to rest, it's because our overworking, our being stressed out all the time and not knowing which way is up and stressing about money and all that type of stuff, that impacts the world negatively. It's not positive, it's negative. And many thousands of people are living like that. Just imagine what that does to the vibration of the planet if everybody is worried about money and everybody is worried about how the bills are going to get paid. Everybody's worried about my children need this and they need that and I need this and I need to pay my car note. Everybody's worried. Now just imagine people deciding to disconnect from that worry and allowing spirit to take care of us, which is our creator and our provider. And I'm telling you what I know, spirit will take care of you. When you surrender, spirit will take care of you, but it will be a plan. Spirit will give you a plan. It won't ever be, quit everything and go live on the street. It don't work like that. But spirit will give you a plan. Now, you may be tired. You may say, you know what, I'm tired of working. I'm tired of doing this and that. But Spirit will give you an idea, a creative inspiration. Like for me, it was YouTube. Start the YouTube channel. Start doing this. Start doing that. You'll start to get inspiration. Act on the inspiration. That is Spirit guiding you and trying to set you up. But if you say, oh, I can't do that. I don't know. That's not going to be successful. This ain't working. Nobody's liking. Nobody's coming. If you doing all that, then you getting in the way of Spirit. You're not supposed to be doing all that. And I'm not here to tell you what you're not supposed to be doing, but I'm just saying, okay? Spirit has a part to play and you have a part to play. Our part, a lot of time, is getting out of the way. Doing what it is that we need to do and getting out of the way. It's just like planting the seed and waiting for a harvest. You plant the seed, you cover the seed up, and you walk away. When you need to come back and water it, you water it. If you don't, you leave it alone because Spirit is going to make sure that the plant grows, not you. And that is what life is supposed to be like. Life is not supposed to be you working so hard every single day. Now, there are times when you have to work hard, especially if there's something that you're doing, you're creating something, you're always up at night, you're working on something, but that is a cycle. It shouldn't be like that all the time. But many of us are working hard every single day, every day for years and years and years and never getting relief. And that's not good for you. That's not good for the planet. And this world is going to be, I heard of Mecca. Now, I don't know what Mecca is, okay? But okay, I ain't gonna go there. But that's what I heard, okay? But it's like heaven on earth. So there's not only a new earth, but there's a new heaven. And that is being created right now. Thank you, Spirit. Come on through with the message now. Come on through. That is what's happening now. And it will happen. And just because we see a lot of things going crazy, we see a lot of turmoil, we see a lot of wars, we see a lot of this and that, we already know we're going to see all these things. All this trouble is here. It's happening. But we're not going to be affected by that. And I don't want you to be affected by that. But the only way for you not to be caught up in what is happening in the world is for you to follow Spirit and disconnect from that world system completely. And like I said, it's a process. Spirit will guide you and tell you where the safety is, where you should go. Save this money, do this thing, get these things. Follow the voice of Spirit. If you're wise, okay? That's all I can say, if you're wise. But I also know that everybody won't follow. That I know. And that's the reason why I know I've been guided to come back here and help women with the spiritual alignment class, because there are many, many women and men, many people in the world, period, that are disconnected from the source, and you can't hear what Spirit is saying. You don't know what Spirit is saying. You don't know what to do. But that's because you can be spiritually disconnected. So I have been given an assignment to help you to connect the same way Spirit has guided me and helped me to connect the source. Okay? So if you feel like you're lost, you're confused, you don't know what to do the last thing you know you were guided to do, but join us in spiritual alignment class. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to always say that because I know how it's changing people's lives. I know that the energy, just being connected to the lighthouse, is going to change your life. This is what I know. This is not about me. The lighthouse is not business for me. This is my purpose, my assignment, and this is what I'm here to do. I am here to help women that are working hard to stop working hard and to connect to Spirit so that you can reach your life purpose. That's my point. That's my point of being here. I have no other reason for being here. So first, I've done the work by the guidance of Spirit, of course. And now I've been given the assignment to help other women to do the same thing. It's your time. If you're listening to me right now, it's your time. And I don't want to scare y'all with the things that I'm saying when y'all start hearing the messages that I come out with. Please don't be scared by them. But just know the time that we live in. This is not the world that we used to live in 2002, 2010, 2018, 2020. This is not that world. This is a different place. And it is changing. And Spirit is doing clean sweeps. I'm telling you. Y'all remember that supermarket sweep? Oh, man. It's happening so fast. But don't get sad. When you start seeing people leaving the planet and, all these type of things happening, don't get sad. Just know what's happening. So I'm here to prepare you, but I'm also here to help you so that you won't get caught up in the rapture of everything that's happening. It is very important for you to follow that voice of Spirit. And when you're being guided to disconnect, it's because Spirit is guiding you to be by yourself so that you can hear clearly. And working on yourself is so important. It's so important because it's not just good for you. You're not just doing it for you. Initially, you'll start doing it for you. You're thinking about yourself. But over time, Spirit will reveal to you why it's so important for you to make the adjustments, because it's not just about you. Your life is not just about you. You have the Christ consciousness in you. You're a part of the body of Christ. You are elected and selected. And your life, it has never been about you. You're a selfless person by nature. Selfless. All right? There's a lot of people in the world that are selfish. They only think about themselves. You're not like that. You were not created to be like that. And you may feel like you're out of place because everybody else is thinking about themselves. Meanwhile, you're always thinking about other people. But you're supposed to be like that. But you're not supposed to be in the world and in the crowd. You're supposed to be in the front of the crowd. You're a leader. But if you're trying to be in the crowd and be like everybody else, then what will happen is you'll get wrapped up in whatever everybody else is doing. And you won't be able to connect to Spirit because Spirit ain't coming in the crowd. Spirit calls you out of the crowd. Spirit will call you out to separate. But if you want to keep doing the same thing that everybody else is doing, then you're just going to be a part of what everybody else is doing. And unfortunately, everybody's not going to make it. And we have to know that. We have to know that everybody is not going to make it. Spirit knows that. We can't save anybody. We're not here to save anybody. The people that are supposed to get it, they will get it. They have the ears to hear. Spirit has given them the ability to understand. And those who don't get it, they're not supposed to get it. To us, that's wrong. But to Spirit, that was the divine plan from the beginning of time. Okay? So I'm here to let you know that you're being called forward. And when you're called forward, first you're called out. And you are called to separate. And so you separate from other people. And you start to work on yourself. You have the desire to just be better. You have the desire just to nurture yourself. Because you've went so many years without being nurtured. Nobody has nurtured you. And nobody was supposed to. Because it's your responsibility to do that. And Spirit is going to guide you and show you just how you do that. And once you learn how to nurture yourself, once you learn how to take care of yourself properly, then you're going to be a better parent. You're going to be a better partner. You're going to be a better mother, father, a sister, brother, a cousin, a friend. You're going to be better for the world because you actually know how to nurture. You know how to take care of people because you first have taken care of yourself. A lot of times we want to take care of other people, but we're only want to take care of other people because we want somebody to take care of us. We only want to help other people because we feel like we need to save somebody, because that makes us feel valuable if we're helping other people. And it's selfish. I'm just telling you the truth. But that's how we all start off. We start off selfish because we're in our lower nature. But as you raise your vibration, you think higher, from a higher perspective. Thank you, Spirit. You think from a higher perspective. And you know that you're not here to help anybody because your life is no longer your own. It's the spirit that's moving through you that's doing everything. It's not even you doing everything anymore. When you decide that you're going to take care of yourself, you're going to stop hurting yourself, start living from a higher perspective, now you're connected to your spirit. You're connected to the source, which is one with spirit. Your higher self and spirit is one in the higher realms. It's just getting your body in alignment. That's the issue. But we have the soul. That's what the soul is there for. So the soul is the GPS. It's always guiding us. Always guiding us because the soul knows which direction we need to go, what we need to experience. It's not always good things. Sometimes it's tragedy. But the soul is always guiding us towards these experiences, whether they are positive or negative, in order for us to grow. And as we grow from these experiences, then we evolve and we become better and we become better and we become better and we become more enlightened and we become more loving and we become more peaceful. But that is all going to come from spirit. All of it comes from spirit. And then we can give that to others. We can reflect that into the world because spirit has given it to us and it flows to us and through us and into the world. So if you've been used to working hard and taking care of other people, like me, I was taking care of people, overtime, okay? Overtime. And I've been a parent since I was a teenager, so I've been taking care of people my whole life. This is a part of my destiny. I do this. But I had to learn that I can't put even my children before me. Nobody comes before me in my life. And there are days, even when I have to tell my children sometimes, I need a break today. Today is my off day. Please don't ask me any questions. Okay? I'm not available. And it ain't nothing wrong with being like that. Sometimes you had to be like that in order to preserve yourself. And if you're in a relationship, if you're with somebody and they don't understand it, sometimes you just don't want to talk. Sometimes you just need to be by yourself. Then you decide if that person is best for you. Because you want to be in a relationship with somebody who understands who you are and understands that you need your time to be by yourself. That is healthy. That is healthy. But most people have trust issues. So they don't want you to be by yourself because they feel like, you may be talking to somebody else in the bathroom, or you may be going on a walk so you can go talk to Tyrone or something, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So, you first got to make sure you got a healthy partner or that the person is working towards becoming healthy. Because if you don't have a healthy partner, then it's not going to work. And you may outgrow them. And that's normal. Outgrowing people is normal because I told you we're here to grow and evolve. So if you're constantly growing and evolving and you outgrow people, that is normal. It may not be normal for them. They may not like it. But it's very normal, or it should be normal for you. And you keep growing and you keep evolving because you have something to do. And you need to be the greatest version of yourself in order to accomplish that. So people please, and we got to work on that too. There's so much that we have to work on. That's why I say we have so much time. We have to work on ourselves. It's so important to work on ourselves. So if we're spending most of our time working, we don't have a lot of time working on ourselves. And trust me, when we start spending time with spirit, baby, these things come up to the surface. Everything that's buried down underneath, things you didn't even know were buried inside of you, will come up. The skeletons will come falling out the closet. But it's not all at once. It happens in cycles. You'll get a storm and then you'll get relief. Then you'll get a storm and then you'll get relief. Then spirit will lay some more on you. You got to process that and then you'll get relief. And then you'll get some more things that'll come up and then you get relief. And you'll constantly keep going through that until everything comes up. But you're not doing that. Spirit does that. You just allow it. And you don't get upset. You process it. You allow spirit to give you insight and give you the enlightenment and give you a new perspective, and you get an awareness and a new understanding why you have to go through what you're going through and what's happening in your life, your spirit will break all of that down for you. And then you move forward. And the more you do that, the more you evolve as a soul. Now you can connect to spirit because you're cleansing, becoming cleansed, becoming clean and new again, renewed. What they talk about in the Bible. You become renewed, transformed, renewing your mind. You don't have the same mindset that you used to have. You become brand new. And you literally become a new person. Now you're qualified to be in the presence of spirit. Now you're ready to be in the presence of the Most High. Now your temple is cleansed and ready to take on this powerful force, this powerful energy, because I'm telling you, if spirit try to come and live in your temple and your temple ain't right, it could destroy you. But that's the reason why we cleanse and we're being guided to heal and work on ourselves, because spirit can come in your vessel, into your body, and move through you, and you are on that low frequency. It would destroy you. You have to be able to handle it. So this is the reason why we cleanse. This is the reason why all these things come up and they are removed and all of that. This is why that happens. Because when spirit starts flowing through you, it's uninterrupted. And that takes time. It takes time. And if you got to be by yourself, just know that you're never alone. You have a whole angelic team. You have so much guidance and support on the other side. Trust me. If you need relief sometime, pray and ask for it. All you got to say is, Spirit, I just need a little relief today. That's all you have to say. And just watch it ease up. But it's going to come back. Because I told you, you go through these ebbs and flows, these ups and downs. You go through it. You go through the motions. But if it's too much for you, then just ask for a little relief. If you need clarity, ask for what you need. You have not because you ask not. If you don't know, then you need to ask for what you need. Because spirit is not going to leave you in this world by yourself, an orphan by yourself. You're going to have the guidance that you need. It's not just pray about it. When you pray about it, when you ask for guidance, you're going to receive the guidance that you need. Wouldn't that be a good parent to give you the information that you need? Our creator, that's our parent. Living this lifestyle, because you may even be guided to disconnect from your own parents here in the physical. You may be guided to disconnect from people that are your blood relatives and connecting with people that you barely even know. But the people that you connect with are more supportive, and they love you and they support you more and understand you more than the people that are your blood relatives. It's because we're a part of this body. So you're not alone. It's just a cycle of isolation. Spiritual isolation is just a cycle of isolation. You're being developed. Spirit is working things out for you. You're being guided to rest. Follow that guidance from spirit if you want to have peace. If you want to push yourself and if you want to be in control, you're going to have an issue, because control is one of those lower vibrational energies that has been taken off of this planet. And it doesn't matter who's doing it. It doesn't matter if they're doing it on the higher level or if you're doing it in your own life. Anybody trying to control anybody is done. And you trying to control this situation, listen, I don't want to say you're done, but it ain't going to work out. You're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. You won't be happy. You won't be satisfied until you give it a break. All right, cousin, I love y'all so much. Again, I'm here. All right. If you need to book a session, I'm doing 30-minute sessions. Ladies, book your session. It's donation only. All right. If you feel like you are ready to stop working hard, you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do, you don't know what's going on in your life, join Spiritual Alignment class. It's a 4-week commitment to yourself. When you complete the 4-week cycle or the 28-day cycle, then you're going to have some new habits. These new habits are going to help you with developing into the person that you were created to be. And you're going to take these habits with you, and they're going to help you along your path. The guidance that I give you, everything, the workbook and all that, you keep that forever. This is lifetime. You don't have to do anything. After you sign up for Spiritual Alignment class, baby, you in. All right? You're in the private group for life. You got everything for life. Everything. You even have access to me. Because I'm not one of those people that I feel like, my time is so valuable. You got to pay me so much money for my time. Like my time, first of all, it's not my time because, it's spirit. All right. But I don't think that I could be paid by the hour for my value because I know that money is not valuable. When you really have that awareness, like people know this, but again, that's just knowledge. But until spirit enlightens you and you actually feel that, you actually live that life, then, it's totally different. But I could never have a net worth. You know what I'm saying? I could never be paid a dollar amount for my time ever again. Because what I'm here to do is so much more valuable than a dollar. You can get money from anywhere. I'm telling you, when you get off the money system, you'll be surprised. Money comes to you from all over. Money, it just flows into your life. It just flows into your life. You don't have to go working hard and getting on planes and going here and there and having this and that and hosting this and that and doing all this so you can make money or clocking in and out, because entrepreneurs, they feel like they are better than people who work on jobs, but they're just as busy as people who work on jobs. They work even harder. It's like that cash flow quadrant that Robert Kiyosaki was talking about. They go from being employed to self-employed, but you're still doing all the work. So business owners out there, I'm talking to myself too. Remember, I gave up my little business. I gave all that up. Because I don't even care about making $1,000 if I'm going to be stressed out and tired. I don't care about making $1,000 if I'm not going to be connected to spirit. Because I want to connect to the source of everything. Therefore, I don't just need money. I have resources. And this is why I call it Sarah, okay? This is what spirit told me. You need, Sarah, all right? You need some opportunities, support, access, resources, and approvals. Man made the money. But if you got old Sarah, baby, that's your ride or die right there. That's all you need. You don't need no money if you have those things. You don't need money. You don't. But if you tell yourself you do, then you do. And people say, oh yeah, money is a tool. Money is a tool. I use it for this and that. Okay, well, what are you building with the tools that you have? You'll see if people really believe that. If people really believe that money is a tool, you'll see what they're building with the tools that they have. If all they're building is everything for themselves and for their family, it ain't gonna last. Not if they're a leader. If they're a leader and they're being called to lead and to help to raise the vibration of the planet, yet they get their tools and build everything for themselves, and they build nothing for the collective, it won't last. It won't last. It will not last. Because anybody can take care of their family. Anybody can take care of their family. But it's a certain type of person that was created to give selflessly to every person. To every person. That's a different type of person. It's a different type of person that says, you don't have to pay me hourly to talk to me. You can talk to me right now. I got time. Talk to me. Or just set aside time to talk to people. I feel like every person who has something to give to people, offer people, shouldn't just be giving people things for free so that they can collect their information. You know what I'm saying? So they can put them in some type of funnel or some crazy stuff like that. It's like, no. If you got time in your day, or you could set a day aside where you can just talk to people on this particular day, why not do that? But a lot of people say, oh, I have this and that, and I am so this and that. So, you have to pay me $10,000 to talk to me. Like this guy, oh, okay, Spirit, go ahead. I'm going to say it, and I don't care. There's this man that everybody just think is so great. He makes so much money. He talk about making money with biblical principles and this and that. Baby, this man is hitting people all over their head, charging them $1 million for a conversation, to come over to his house for a mastermind and all of that. I wonder if people like that really read the Bible. I wonder if they do. I wonder if they really... No, they can't have the enlightenment. I know they don't. I know Spirit hasn't given them the enlightenment. They don't have it. Because if Yahshua was flipping over those tables because they was turning the church into a marketplace, then people who are doing that right now, it's like you're doing the same thing that Yahshua was so mad about. Just, it's supposed to be, us helping each other out, us lifting each other up, especially if you are a spiritual person. Why would you be charging people thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just to sit there and talk to you? It's sick. It's sick. Just because you can. Okay? Just because you can. Because he can. And people are paying for it. Okay? Thousands and thousands of dollars. People are paying for it. And he feels like, you know what? I don't really want to do this. So I don't really want to do these one-on-ones. So then therefore, since I don't want to do them, then I'm going to charge people whatever amount, crazy amount that I can, and people will pay for it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Y'all pray for the people. Pray for the people. Okay, cousin, I love y'all. Daniel came in here. I'm about to talk to him for a minute. He said, hey, cousin. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I had to go on my little tangent, but this world is spiraling, okay? But we going up, all right? I love y'all so much. Y'all continue to do what y'all doing. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.